The good thing about MLS is that even in the offseason, there's still a lot going on. I mean, we're going to see Charlotte FC really start to build up their roster these next couple months. And we're going to see signings, we're going to see trades, CCL Fever starting up again, jersey releases, and of course, we've got World Cup qualifying ramping up again. I know that's not MLS specifically, but hey, that's still kind of a big deal. And here's the thing, though. All that stuff happens later. For like 2 weeks, there's nothing. Except for the expansion draft, which already happened, and the re-entry process, which, it's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be bored though. So I decided, let's mix it up, okay? Let's create a wish list for MLS. It is the Christmas season after all. But I'm not expecting to get everything for Christmas this year, so let's spread it out. Here are 5 things I need from MLS over the next 5 years. Before I begin, remember, if you're a fan of MLS or just curious to find out more about the league, please subscribe for more MLS content. And also, let me know what you want to see a video on in the future. What I need from MLS, in no particular order. Number 1, I need every team to have a strong academy. Hey, I'm not saying everyone has to be a Dallas or a Philadelphia. I know there are multiple definitions of what success is. And I know that outside those 2 markets, there have been success stories. I mean, just look at Gaga Slanina of Chicago and Gianluca Busio, formerly of SKC. But what I am saying is there needs to be more success stories. There needs to be more cases of academy products making the first team. There needs to be more cases of academy products being named to the MLS Best 11. There needs to be more cases of academy products ultimately being sold off to Europe. In this year's MLS Cup final, between both game day rosters, there were 2 players, both from NYCFC, who came from their team's academy, Tavon Gray and James Sands. Now, this is not an indictment on the academy system in this country, because in the grand scheme of things, the academy system in this country is still very young. And also, talent comes from all over the world, and obviously your roster is going to feature a lot of different types of players. However, if MLS wants to continue to strive to become a selling league, which is absolutely the direction they should be going in, then I do believe that more talent is going to have to be developed in the academies. Then hopefully, in 5 years' time, we'll see more than 2 players in the MLS Cup final who came from their academy. Now this is where MLS Next Pro comes in, right? I mean, the path seems pretty simple now. You start off at MLS Next, aka the Academy, then you move on to MLS Next Pro, and then you move on to the first team. Okay, seems pretty good on paper. Because the thing is, there was a lot of cities that had MLS 2 teams in USL that didn't really promote a lot of players up to the first team. And when that happens, it's just kind of like, well, what's the point of this? And while MLS has done a great job making sure everyone does have an academy, there are some teams where you have to really sit down and think, God, who have they brought up from their youth squads? The Straight Red Card actually had a great conversation about this in one of their previous episodes. I'll leave a link in the description below. I definitely recommend you check it out. No particular order. We're talking jerseys for number 2 on things I need in MLS. And I know the title of this video is things I need in the next 5 years. I need this next year. I need a pink Inter Miami jersey. Inter Miami, I don't know what you've been thinking with your first couple jerseys, but it is time to stop playing safe, time to start embracing your identity, and release a real, full-on pink kit. And no, barely visible pink shorts isn't enough. We need a pink top to go along with it. It would be instantly iconic, something not seen before in MLS, not seen before in other pro sports leagues in this country. I don't get it. You got pink in your badge, pink seats in your stadium. Why are you afraid of releasing a pink kit? I promise you, I am willing to bet money on it that more people would buy this pink jersey over that silky white garbage you've had the last 2 years. Now that's something I need. And I don't think I need this next thing, but I figured I'd still give it a shout. How about the Portland Timbers bringing back the Rose City Red kits? It's been a couple years. I think it's time to bring them back. And even though I think the white Timbers kits have been extremely classy, those Rose City Red kits just hit different. Just don't go overboard with the fade or the hoops. Just keep it simple. Rose City Red. I would love to see that. Number 3, in no particular order, thing I need from MLS the next 5 years, I need a proper pregame show. Hear me out on this one. Every other sport has it. NFL on all their different networks, they got pregame shows. Inside the NBA on TNT is absolutely fantastic. And then you got probably the best example of a pregame show, ESPN College Game Day for college football. And then with MLS, well, you got the MLS Extra Time podcast online, and hey, those guys are great. And you're also going to have the left shin guard, starring Anthony LaRosa and DDT Radio every Thursday night starting next season. But other than that, you don't got much else. I think it was MLS Buzz on Twitter that originally had this idea, but can you imagine a college game day-like atmosphere for MLS? Like, they set it up outside this stadium before the game starts. Fans would be able to interact with the guys. It would be awesome. It would add spectacle to the game. And if it's good enough, well, even the TV ratings would go up because fans would want to tune into that pregame show and inevitably watch the game that follows. Also, remember when MLS Cup got delayed this year because of a non-conference college basketball game on ABC? Yeah, that was real fun, wasn't it? It's not just that this happened. It's not just that this happened on the championship game. It's that this keeps happening. And nothing annoys me more than when the start of an MLS game has to start on a different channel because people just don't know how to schedule sports contests in this country. Yeah, this is on the TV networks, by the way. And it's not just ESPN or ABC. It's all of them, okay? They all try to cram in as many games as they possibly can. Every half hour, every minute is filled. Absolutely no time to be spared. Like, do they really expect every game to end on time? Sure seems like it, right? When they schedule kickoff for 3:20 and the basketball game to end at 3:10. But you put in an hour-long pregame show, then worst case scenario, it's the pregame show that doesn't air. The game will still kick off on time. Okay, I understand I'm making the solution sound easier than what it is, because in reality, MLS is at the mercy of the TV networks. And would TV networks really allow enough time for a pregame show in MLS? Well, if the ratings are high enough, then yeah, maybe. So that's kind of on us. In the next 5 years, we as fans need to make sure the MLS TV ratings are high enough. And then at that point, it's on MLS to create a proper pregame show. I'm just asking, please, no more delaying the start of games. No more switching the start of games to different channels. Please. The fourth thing I need from MLS, in no particular order, in the next 5 years, I think we're all on the same page in this one. I need stadiums for the 3 teams that need it the most. NYCFC, New England Revolution, and Chicago Fire. Yeah, I already made a video on NYCFC's stadium search, so I know their lack of a stadium is not due to lack of trying. They are trying. It's just impossible to build in New York City at this time. But we're heading into year 8 of Yankee Stadium. Okay? I'm tired of the jokes. I'm tired of that team getting kicked out of their own stadium. I'm tired of that team having to play in their rival team stadium. Like, I know MLS, I know you're working on this, but this has got to move to the top of the priority list. We need a real stadium for New York City FC. For the New England Revolution, yeah, I read the rumors, but I'm just at a point now where I'll believe it when I see it. However, the Revs did pull in some great numbers in attendance towards the end of the year, and being really, really good definitely helps with that. But we do see that potential is there. And if this team builds a downtown, or at least close to the downtown Boston Stadium, then we will see the average attendance for this team jump up significantly. And for the Fire, okay, I was in favor of the move to Soldier Field, and looking back, I may have been wrong on that one. I do agree that SeatGeek Stadium is no longer a viable place to play games, but oh my God, the Fire desperately need their own place without the god-awful football lines on the field. Now, will the attendance still be bad? Well, if they continue to suck, then it will be. I mean, there's a lot of people that just don't realize that this team has driven away so many hardcore fans with years of incompetence and consistently sucking. Now we're on to year 3 of this new ownership, another new head coach, and Ezra Hendrickson has to hit. He has to be successful. If he is, and the team gets a fancy new stadium downtown, then I promise you the attendance will explode, because Chicago is a soccer city. It's just not really a very good MLS city right now. Hey, expansion teams are great. We all love them. But MLS also has to work on the current batch of teams. A new stadiums to NYCFC, New England Revolution, and Chicago Fire would do wonders for those markets and for MLS as a whole. And the last thing I absolutely need from MLS in the next 5 years, I would say in no particular order, but honestly, I do think I need this one the most. I need MLS to win the CONCACAF Champions League. Since it was rebranded to the CCL 13 years ago, Liga MX has won the competition 13 times. And even before the CCL, when it was the CONCACAF Champions Cup, well, MLS last won that one in 2000, which means that MLS is going on 2+ decades of not being the champion of the region. It's not just for my sanity, it's not just for bragging rights. I need MLS to win the CCL to shut people up. I am so sick and tired of hearing MLS will never win this competition until they implement promotion relegation, until they get rid of the salary cap, until they switch to a winter schedule. Oh my God, give me a break. Do we not remember that Toronto FC lost to Chivas in 2018 in penalty kicks after defeating 2 Liga MX teams to get to the final? If you make it to PKs, you are capable of winning. Now, they didn't win. They blew it when Michael Bradley skied the ball into orbit, but Toronto FC was absolutely capable of winning this competition. Do we not remember when LAFC was leading Tigres 1-0 in the 2020 CCL final? This after defeating 3 Liga MX teams just to get there? Yeah, if an MLS team can defeat 3 Liga MX teams in the same tournament, don't tell me it's impossible to win the final. What about a Leagues Cup? Would you take that? Yeah, a Leagues Cup title would be nice, but the Leagues Cup ain't CCL. Honestly, I would take 1 CCL championship over 5 straight Leagues Cups. Realistically, I'm not going to get everything on this list, but if I get most of them, I guess I can't really complain. I want 4 or 5 things, bare minimum 3. If I get 2 or less, then MLS just fails this challenge. All right, now it's your turn. What do you need from MLS in the next 5 years? Let me know. Please subscribe if you haven't yet already. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.